You know, I watch my wife work all day getting 30 bags together for you ungrateful sons of bitches, and all I can hear is criticize, criticize, criticize. From now on, don't ask me or mine for nothing.
Damn.
Now, knowing you,
I don't know it.
You're militant enough to not have seen this film.
Okay. Okay. Because until you said wife, I thought it was a Jennifer Lewis line.
Let's see what else is in this.
It's not. Is it
you
Major
ain't
Payne?
got nothing better to do.
It's not Major Payne.
And come into Bill Sharp's town and show your ass.
No, I don't know it. I don't know Bill Sharp's town.
All right. Well, hey guys, welcome to another episode of 3.
All right. It's okay. I don't have to know it.
I am Jamie Foxx.
And I am Francesca Ramsey.
Welcome. We're back at it again. Congratulations to Francesca Ramsey.
Yeah, she was my Black Excellence for this week. I put her down just in case you had a list of some overachieving 8-year-olds or something. But yeah.
Well, I actually had a list of several people, including Francesca, so we can just start Black Excellence with her.
Okay. So yeah, if you haven't already heard the news, our friend Francesca Ramsey has written her first book. It is available for pre-order right now. It was like the first thing I did was ran to pre-order this book, but I am just so excited, so proud of her, so happy for her. It's called, That Escalated Quickly, which...
It's a great name.
It's just right. It just fits her.
Yeah.
100%. So, yay, go Cheska Lee. Out here doing big, big things. So proud of you.
And the cover is great.
Yeah, it's so cute, and I can't wait to read it. And she's just so super smart and funny, and everything she does is amazing. So, yay, go friend.
Also, congratulations to everybody over at the Black Panther Enterprise. Black Panther had the Marvel Cinematic Universe's highest selling pre-sale tickets
that is nuts.
For the 24 hours out of all of the films.
That is nuts.
Out of all of the movies they've released in 10 years.
That includes Wonder Woman?
Wonder Woman is DC. This is Marvel.
Okay.
But sure, them too.
Probably
still Wonder Woman.
So how many tickets did you buy?
I bought so far 12.
Why don't you just rent a theater?
I thought about that. I did.
I should have known.
I've got tickets at one for every night.
Okay.
Of that weekend.
Right, no, of course.
Some for 2 theaters in like the same night. I don't know how this is going to work.
How many times do you think you need to physically be?
So you're like in New York.
Yeah, you need to do a giveaway.
And you go to a theater and you like see 2 seats or 4 seats and like, who didn't come to Black Panther? Who the fuck? It's probably me and I couldn't make it because I'm at some other theater watching it or whatever. But
you are a mess.
I bought a lot of tickets.
I haven't bought any yet because I'm trying to figure out what is the best day and time to go without hearing a bunch of people talking back at the screen. And I don't.
Okay, so...
know if that's going to be feasible.
If you want to wait... I would say probably Monday, Tuesday.
No, I have to go before our anniversary show because I can't be the only one who hasn't seen it. So I have to go, but I can't.
Go to like a theater that nobody goes to and do it Friday like morning or afternoon.
I'm gonna have to go to like the 10:15 a.m. movie showing that literally nobody else goes to.
So my schedule is. I got like an opening night fan event, whatever ticket, which really means they're going to show you the movie like an hour or 3 hours or whatever before it comes out. And then you get like popcorn.
Okay. But still.
Right. So I've got that at like a regular AMC, and then I got an iPick ticket so I can watch it again and get drunk. Then I'm going to go.
Oh, duh. Just go get drunk. I don't know why I didn't think about that.
Then I'm going to go to. Okay, so I think Friday or maybe Saturday before the show, I got tickets for Magic Johnson just so I could be among us.
Okay, see, that's exactly where I'm not going.
But I would have already seen it 2 to 3 times by then anyway.
Right.
So at that point, it is simply for the experience of watching it with niggas. Because that is important to me as well. And where else but the
right,
MJ.
no, you have to go to the Magic Johnson.
The Magic.
You have to. Niggas is going to be in costume and everything.
Absolutely. Cosplay.
That's
playing
festive.
for the
I like
first time in
that.
their lives, probably.
I do like that.
I'm sure the babies will be there, and I'll be okay.
Now, see, that would be fun, cute to see
For
people
once.
dress their kids up as those characters in that book. Because I'm clearly showing my ignorance
All
right
right
now.
So the point is, I'm going.
Save me.
Congratulations to everybody. I can't wait. I know that this movie is going to punch the numbers.
Yeah,
And that we'll be able
like
to have a great time on Globe.
Well, I'm definitely going now. I just need to pick a nice matinee where I can go get drunk in the theater.
I pick
probably with some white people.
Is always a good
first.
decision because the theaters are smaller, and like I said, most people don't bring like children or whatever.
Right.
Like most people are just there to kind of like get fucked up. But I've had mostly decent experiences in those theaters, which is why I usually go.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, speaking of Black superheroes, congratulations. I've heard nothing but great things about the Black Lightning premiere.
Oh, yeah.
That was last night. I actually watched it today on Amazon. I didn't get to watch it live when it aired or whatever, but I'm catching up. I'll be along with the season. I'm thinking maybe I'll continue to watch it on Amazon because it doesn't have the CW logo on it, so that feels more refreshing to me. I haven't forgiven the CW. Let's take it back. Just do a quick history lesson. The CW canceled the game when they turned into the CW and were feeling their real Caucasian beat. I've said for the longest time that I felt like the CW stood for Crackers Worldwide, but I've healed from then. The point is that back then in my anger, the CW, I mean, the game was like a spinoff of Girlfriends. It was on, the UPN and WB used to be two different girls, and then they decided to come together and create the CW. And the CW decided they wanted to get rid of all of their nigga programming.
Right, I do
and
not
talk
remember
about,
this.
we don't want to have any half-hour sitcoms. We're focusing on more hour-long content and stuff, blah, blah, blah.
White dramas.
Everybody over there with Marab Brockakill and them in the game were like, okay, well, look, we'll punch it up. They did like the last episode or whatever of that season. It was an hour long. They took out the laugh track or whatever. And like, we can keep up with all of those things too. No, we don't want your nigger things.
Right.
And so asked them, never forgave them. I watched the rest of Gossip Girl and then I told them to fuck off.
What is that white show that white people love? That I think was it on the CW? A white single mother and her daughter.
And
they just talk to each other in real dry tones all the time. Yes, Gilmore Girls.
I think the Gilmore Girls was actually on WB.
Oh, damn.
It made it to, I think that may have, I don't remember.
I wasn't really watching the game like that, but I remember niggas when it got picked up by BT, everybody was like, here we fucking go. And there it went. And there it went. It was truly dreadful on BET.
Anyway, the point is,
but back to now.
I don't know if they've had a show on the CW that's like centered around a Black family or cast since the game. Y'all can correct me tomorrow if I'm wrong, but I feel like Black Lightning is definitely like the first show that they've had on that network that's centered around a Black family and everything like that. And these niggas were blowing up police cars on episode 1. So I'm satisfied with what I watched.
Okay.
I'm really excited to see the girl. You know what? For those of y'all who don't even know what Black Lightning is.
I haven't seen it.
Great show. If you like Luke Cage, you'll probably like Black Lightning as well. Scooter from Living Single is still fine. He's still fine. I'm here to tell you that he's still fine.
We was just talking about him the other day. He is still fine.
Scooter
really got better. He is actually finer.
With age.
Yes.
Wine.
Oh, he looks good.
So
I didn't know he was on Black Lightning. All right.
Yeah, he's the titular character. Oh. Shooting lightning out of his hands and stands.
I love that word.
So,
I'm
congratulations to them. Really excited to see where this series goes and that it's not like another teen drama about angst and, not getting a call back or whatever else. Place for those two, but, variety. Also, shout out to all of the winners at the NAACP Image Awards. Ava DuVernay was Entertainer of the Year. Blackish won pretty much everything. So there's that. Omari Hardwick won for Power, which I feel like that's the first time I'm seeing him get an award for.
Probably so.
Probably not his first award for that role, but I feel like it's the first one I'm seeing, and he deserves it. He acts himself on that show.
Okay.
Jay Ellis won for Insecure.
JL is one for that. You know what? Let me not say.
Healing. It is all about healing. Season 3.
That man is not Lawrence.
It is all about healing. I didn't say anything about Lawrence. Right?
I had to stop myself. Like, don't go off of...
It is okay.
He is a separate person from that character.
Of course, my sis, Marseille Martin, swept. I mean,
I
just
wasn't
to be
ready.
the smooth child among all of these grown-ass women. And just, yes.
Well, when she stepped out on the carpet like, hello, I know y'all met me as a little girl, but I am not she anymore. I was just like, wait a minute. She's such a beautiful young lady. And then came right through and won the category like, oh, hey, girls, I'm just here to take...
That green number?
My things. Oh, she looks so good.
I got to be seen. Green.
Yes, I saw you doing the most on her
It just
Instagram.
gave me the whiz. I stand for her.
She's everything. She is.
Who else? Queen Latifah won things. The Real won Outstanding Talk Series. That was interesting. Doc McStuffins.
What?
One Outstanding Children's Program.
See, this is why we need the Image Awards.
Ooh, Caleb McLaughlin won for Stranger Things.
Oh, I was about to say, who's that? But he's the little black boy on Stranger Things.
SZA won for Outstanding New Artist.
Oh, as
Bruno Mars won for Outstanding Male.
Yay. Great. Any other winners?
Mary J. Blige won for Outstanding Female.
Oh, congrats to Mary and her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Absolutely. You know,
on her birthday, too.
It's all about collecting your
things. What a
things.
day that was.
2018.
Yeah, and she truly deserved.
Come get your things.
So, yes.
You can look at the literary works, winners, and things. I'm sure that's your tea.
Okay, y'all go look that up because you don't care.
Black winners and excellent things. Congratulations, everybody. You know, you're doing awesome. Now... on to the mess.
On to the garbage.
This week in Hot Tops. And bitch, you guessed it!
Damn you! Oh my God.
You know, just one for the 18.
You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. Wow.
I really should have
Wow, you are trash.
Actually came out of yourself.
You are trash.
All right, so we're
oh wow! See, this is why you lose at Monopoly, and you're always gonna lose at Monopoly because the Lord don't like the way you act.
No, the Lord doesn't like his stinginess.
If that was the case, then I would be the one losing, but I do not.
No, that is why. No, yes, because you're stingy.
No,
that's what it is.
No,
that is exactly what it is. You hold on to everything.
You are stank.
People like
yell in people's ears
are the reason why Monopoly don't end.
No, that's not true.
That is why.
No, it isn't
Monopoly is the longest
I'm just
game
not
on
a
Earth.
fool when it comes down to strategizing and winning the game. But see, the fact that you keep hollering in my ears like that, that's why the Lord won't let you prosper with these board games.
No, that's fine.
And I got categories now too. You can come get it whenever you want to.
That's fine as well.
You can come get it whenever you want to.
That is fine and it's perfectly okay with me.
It's fine.
Thanks a bunch.
Yes. Hallelujah.
So, one Jack A. Harry was on the Steve Harvey show, which he didn't deserve. But you know what? He's just not about being petty.
I mean,
Queen Jack A was on there and confirmed that there is a sister reboot in the making. She's this is something that Tia and Tamara have been like whispering weird stuff about like for a while. So I don't like nothing has been released in terms of like official confirmation or press stuff from a network or anything like that. But I mean, I believe it. It seems like most people who are involved in the show are down to do it. Seems like there's enough interest.
Where's
in
Ray?
It.
Did Ray say yes?
I haven't heard anything about Ray saying yes yet.
Not me Googling Ray Campbell. What is this man's name?
What is this man's name? I'm just hoping that if this does happen, that they take a cue from what we discussed, which is, remember I said on the show that I feel like a lot of these shows that were centered around kids or whatever, or like younger audiences that grew with us and stuff, like I feel like they should just kind of be more an adult sitcom now.
Right.
Because the people who watched it are adults. And it's like the kids, like you trying to now
really
get your kids to watch.
Right.
They're not going to be like, oh, yeah, sisters. I feel like a good portion of the time, kids would rather watch the original one if you got it on DVD or something.
Yeah, because it's better.
Because it's almost always better.
That's why the new Full House is trash, but the new That's So Raven is not.
Right.
I think that's a big difference. Like the focus is still Raven and Chelsea's friendship, and even though they're doing something similar with like the whole
children, and
right, and all that, the Full House show is about them little kids. Like it is about them children.
They're in like season 3.
Somebody's
lost.
watching it. White people in flyover states must love it.
Let me tell you something.
Because the rest of us,
I swear they're putting that shit on for the Real Housewives of Dallas.
Do it.
Like the Real Housewives of Dallas put that shit on their tablets for their babies to watch.
Oh man,
it has to be like
wow. So there's a Real Housewives of Dallas.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I had no idea. I don't watch that either.
Good.
Was it?
Oh yeah, they were horrible.
Well, let me tell you what I'm not looking at. I tried 2 or 3 episodes of that new Full House and I couldn't do it.
I think I got through like half of the premiere episode and I just knew it was not for me.
Right. No, it isn't. It's not. It just isn't very well done. So I agree. Like, if they're going to bring Sister back, then make it about them 4 people that we cared about,
Absolutely.
Primarily. And then find Roger to come back in here.
Right.
What if Roger is one of their husbands or baby daddy? He can't be married.
That might actually be interesting. I would like
baby daddy might be. It would be Tamara. Tia had her shit too. Well, see, that's a great plot twist. Make it Tia instead of Tamara. Mm-hmm. But when you think about it, you're like, which one of them got drunk in college and called Roger?
I just don't want to see nothing about them having twins of their own. And or each of them has quadruplets,
corny, right?
And it's just like brother squared.
And it's a chance to bring Bianca Lawson back. She was that really bitchy schoolmate, classmate of theirs.
Throwback. I forgot all about her.
I forgot her name.
Don't get me to line.
They had, what was that episode where they had to do like a video project and Tia wanted to lie all on hers and make her family seem all interesting, and Bianca Lawson's character, her daddy had like hired a whole film crew and all that.
She was like one of the first bullies of the series.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I forgot all about her.
Bring Bianca
Gabrielle
Lawson
Union was
back
a friend. She should have a cameo.
Yes. Gabrielle Union was a friend on all the 90s
Taraji
shows.
was one of the friends
What?
on Sister.
Shut up.
Yes.
Okay, I'm mad. I don't remember that.
And then there was Diavion in like the late, when they were in college.
I just love that name.
Where did they get that name from?
Diavion.
I don't even know how to spell it.
I'm not even going to try. Fuck it. So, yeah, do something like that. That would be fun.
I'm down for a Sister reboot if it follows the sisters and their parents. And even if they have kids, that's cool too.
Right, I anticipate that they will.
Yes.
Have children. But they have them in real life. So.
Right. A few.
I see it, but...
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for it. I really loved Sister. That's why Tamara was always my favorite and still my favorite twin, honestly, because she was my favorite twin on the show.
Which one is married to the Republican white man?
Tamara is.
Oh, right. So, no, she's not my favorite. But to be fair, she never was. I always liked Tia's bookish ass.
I always liked Tamara more because she was lit and had fun.
Your goofy sister is always getting you into some shit.
She lied and she was just fun.
Where did they end? When they ended up in Chicago one time?
Yes, they were going to, oh my God, was it the Boys to Men concert?
Somewhere they was going.
What concert were they going to and they got stranded? But they were getting a ride
with somebody. What happened?
Sister was so good.
Or where?
Ooh, and when they would sing sometimes.
Yeah. Oh God, the talent show with Roger when they did Do You Love Me? I Can Really Move. Do you love? In they little matching velvet dresses. Yes. See, now I just want to watch all the old episodes.
I own the series.
Of course you do.
Of course I do. It's a classic.
All right.
Well, interested to see what happens with that. Let's see what else we got in here. Lots of trash. So Chris Brown got in trouble for...
Yeah, go on and finish the sentence, Gus.
So last month he uploaded a photo or a video of his daughter Royalty holding a new pet that Chris got for himself, apparently, which was a capuchin monkey named Fiji.
A monkey?
Yes. You know the little monkeys like from Ace Ventura and like the grinder organ monkeys?
Oh,
Those really cute ones.
I didn't know you could just buy them.
You can't. Hence the trouble.
Oh, okay. So he got in like white people Peter type trouble.
I guess.
Okay.
So I'm sure, especially when you're wealthy, there are plenty of places where you can just go and give somebody money and give money and they'll give you a monkey back.
Right. If you have enough money, you can do that with anything.
Really? Tigers, monkeys.
Children, organs. You can do anything with enough cash.
Doesn't mean it's always legal.
Yeah, no.
So apparently he broke some sort of law owning a restricted species without a permit. So you can own this monkey, but you have to have legal documentation for it.
Right. Okay.
Obviously, because it is not a Pomeranian.
Some kind of wild animal. This isn't just a Cocker Spaniel that you found on the street.
And simple Google would tell you like all kinds of like the risks and things that you're signing up for just owning the monkey, whether you have the paperwork or not.
I was just about to ask if it was safe for her to just be holding that monkey
Probably
anyway.
not. But I mean, it wasn't like a baby monkey, you know, so it wasn't like, I don't think it would have hurt her or something.
It wasn't going to like claw at her face.
No, I don't think so. It's not like that. They're adorable. But once the internet and enough people caught wind of him and his, monkey friendship, the authorities were contacted, of course, and got a search warrant so that they could go in and scoop Fiji up.
Wow.
Chris Brown willingly,
Niggas
according to reports. He snitched on his fucking self. You bought the monkey.
Right. Why would you put that on Snapchat?
You may not have the monkey.
Or whatever. I just don't know why it was on the internet.
So he gave them Fiji back. Hopefully it didn't break Royalty's heart because I can't imagine that she was not having the time of her life with this fucking monkey. Feeding it bananas and things.
And no, a stuffed one that looks just like it is not going to be the same. Bring Chris. Let me holler at you.
Yeah. So what is the problem? Get the monkey back.
I don't understand. On Tuesday, me and Fiji was chilling. And then I wake up today and you got me this Build-A-Bear nonsense. Where is Fiji? I've had a live monkey and I won't be satisfied with anything else.
Now they're saying that he, could be looking at jail time and whatever else for misdemeanor crime or something, which I'm sure will go. It's not that deep. I just really don't think it is. I'm sure it'll be fine. But now, you may not just go out and buy wild animals just because they're cute.
No, you cannot do that. You cannot just be like, oh, I like the way that looks. How much? A couple grand? No problem. Like, it doesn't work like that. But this is the type of trouble. If Chris Brown has to get in trouble, then this is the kind I want to see. Something that ultimately, no young women are going to file a lawsuit about. No club owners are going to try to get their restitution.
Absolutely.
This is what I like to see from
okay
Chris as far as cutting up is concerned. Yeah.
It wasn't even the typical somebody found a gun in your carry-on or something like that. You can get in trouble for that all the time. Just buying a monkey you ain't supposed to have.
Yeah, that's who cares?
Right.
The worst that's gonna happen, like we said, is Royalty's gonna be pissed at you. You got to deal with Royalty having an attitude.
And honestly, like just a couple of noun laters for a few days straight. She's 3. She will forget all about Fiji.
Girl, if you don't sit down and take these Starbursts.
Chris honestly was probably like, Michael had bubbles. So
right. I was thinking about Bubbles during the whole story.
Michael certainly had paperwork for Bubbles.
I would have thought so also. I feel like white people probably made sure that, didn't he have a whole damn jungle? I feel like that nigga had a lot of monkeys.
Bubbles had a wardrobe.
I thought Bubbles had a whole community worth of monkeys there with him. I thought he had like friends.
He was in a wildlife preserve or something the other day. I'm pretty sure Bubbles died like a couple of years ago. And there was some video.
Don't see. No.
There was
you shouldn't say it because you can't get it out without laughing.
There was a video of LaToya, like she went to go visit him. Like he was like grown and she was like weeping. Did you see that video?
No.
She was like weeping. Like, I think he remembers me. Like, Bubbles don't kill me.
She said that to the monkey?
I don't. My thing is like,
I was like, I've seen a lot of niggas.
Homegirl who wrote into the show about, her boyfriend trying to get a snake and your boyfriend ain't about it. Tell that nigga, at least I want a fucking monkey. Because when I tell you, I want neither.
Right.
To be honest with you. But I don't want a monkey in my house.
Monkeys are too much like having kids.
That's what I'm saying. They are too smart.
Just like a human.
They have opposable thumbs.
They can't.
They are quite
They're
smart.
They're going to get in your shit. Hell no.
I watched enough National Geographic in my day. And I love monkeys, especially these. Mm-hmm. They will not be in my home.
That girl actually emailed us back and said she knew we was going to say that about the snakes.
Then I don't know what you
And she tried to compromise with her boyfriend and was like, I just want a reptile. But he just refuses. Like, no amphibians at all.
I disagree with everything.
But she said, I don't want a dog because you have to pay those too much attention. With a reptile, I can just drop some food in the aquarium and go to school all day and not be worried about it.
Why don't you just go to PetSmart when you're bored and just look at them?
Well, why not? Why she can't just have one in the house then?
Because why?
I don't mind nothing in an aquarium now.
You know what my compromise would be if I was just in love, and I guess that's what you're supposed to do. Meet people halfway.
Yes, relationships.
Take that terrarium or whatever the fuck you call them shits and put it outside.
Okay, no.
Put it outside. Decorate a little spot for that motherfucker out.
I think she should be allowed to have a lizard.
Absolutely not.
I don't mind lizards and
lizards in my house have to die.
Iguanas and things like that. No. I don't mind them niggas. It's anything that can move without legs or wings.
I would do an iguana or something like that over a snake any day of the fucking week.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's a fair compromise. I do. Especially because you really don't have to do that much with them niggas. They pretty much take care of themselves.
You have to feed them like bugs.
Well, I mean, dropping
so now I got bugs and lizards in the house.
Dropping dead bugs into an aquarium is not that bad. That is not that bad.
Okay.
Hold on. I know this is not coming from you. All the bending over backwards you have to do for Link.
Link is a dog.
But that's what I'm saying.
Dogs are
That
everything.
is work. But that is work. You have
and
to
it pays off because dogs are affectionate. Dogs have unconditional love for you most of the time.
Well, iguanas might. I don't know. They might get
I don't give a fuck
warm-blooded when they're near you. I don't know.
I grew up in Miami, Florida. If I want to see iguanas, I could walk to the park.
Just because
you could just name one. The bitch is gonna be there again next week. Like
just because it's y'all's natural habitat pet, don't mean other people can't have.
No, it's gonna be a 0.
Well, good luck.
Keep them in the backyard
regardless.
where lizards belong, and we're cool.
Really?
People still keep dogs outside.
Well, but that's different because dogs be too damn big to come in the house. Not them little tiny purse-sized dogs.
Big for lizards.
Not nowhere near as damn big
Iguanas
as most dogs.
are the Great Danes.
But if you
lizards.
saw an iguana that was link size, you would have a fucking fit.
I have seen iguanas link size.
All right,
bigger.
you know what? Never. I'm not even trying to get you to,
in their natural
it's not
habitat.
Even my pet. I don't even care.
Anyway, Chris gave them back their monkey, and Royalty's probably pissed, but she'll be fine. She just needs like a Milky Way.
Little time to get over it.
So, Toni Braxton released a smoking new track called Heart Away featuring Birdman.
You listen to that?
I like it.
What? You like it?
So here's the thing. I didn't get as far into the song far enough to hear Birdman because I'm not interested. I've never actually been interested in anything that comes out of Birdman's mouth unless it is on a song featuring somebody that I am interested in.
Okay.
Which Birdman has been lucky enough to say for I feel like the majority of his career. He's had Wayne on a record, he's had Drake on a record, or somebody else that I actually
he's been really fortunate in that way.
For someone of like the magnitude and regality of a Toni Braxton.
Wow.
This is trash. Like if you're looking at Toni Braxton from the Grammy Award, Unbreak My Heart, R&B legend era.
Every time I hear Unbreak My Heart, I think about Patti LaBelle and Unbounce My Check. Say I'm not in debt.
She's horrible. I lived for all of those remixes, honestly.
I will never forget. I will never. Anyway, I can't believe you really listened to this song.
Are you kidding me? First of all, she barely claims the nigga. She doesn't really claim the nigga at all. But here she is with him everywhere, and now they have a song together. Of course, it's like Within the first 8 seconds, I hear, "We got London on the track." I said, "Of course we do." Sure.
I heard
yes,
about
we do.
this song, and then I tried my hardest to forget about it.
You know what it is? It reminds me of that ghetto-ass Tiny song that you and Dustin and everybody love so much.
What?
But like trap infused.
What the fuck you gonna do?
Yes.
Really?
It gives me that. Like it's just
now I
like
have to hear
a
it.
weird, slow, like ghetto bop. I don't know if we have the clearance to do this.
Oh, okay.
Birdman is not.
Well, 4 seconds is not long enough to get sued over.
No, it's just like, okay.
You know what? I mean, I do like the beat.
It's Toni Braxton on a trap beat.
Okay.
Like, it's cute. If she would have taken Birdman up, Birdman should have called Nicki Minaj if she, like, responds to his messages and had her do this. Then it probably would have been lit. But I just can't co-sign Birdman, especially when it involves Toni Braxton.
Right.
I won't do that.
Okay. Well, I will listen to it later, I guess.
I feel like if you have enough wine and, like, a J... and you play this like at a smooth evening when you're like, you've taken your bra.
Yeah.
You are going to live.
That's exactly what I was picturing, actually. Me at home, titties naturally sloping.
Right.
With some wine and some weed, being like, let me listen to this new Toni Braxton.
And I really didn't like get into it enough to know what it is about.
Okay.
But if it's like a breakup song, then
well,
that's
according
even
to
better.
the lyrics, it looks, I think it's he ain't shit, but he took my heart away. Like, he took my heart away, and now I'm happy.
Okay, well, I just won't pay
guess.
attention to the lyrics. It's Toni Braxton. I like Toni Braxton's voice over a trap beat. I'm into it.
Yeah, I will listen to that again. Probably.
Not shocked she's going in that direction either.
Listen, you do what you got to do to keep up with the young girls.
You don't always have to. I'm not saying that Toni doesn't. I'm just saying
Every
that
artist
not everyone
does not
does.
have to do that. You're right.
Like, look at
artist
Brandy.
Does not have to.
When Brandy was, I'm gonna fall down. You go, how does the song go? You put it down.
That
I'm gonna fall
Chris
in love.
Brown
You
shit,
put it,
yeah.
If you put it down. And I didn't even hate that song.
I don't hate it.
But I don't think that performed the way that people thought it would or whatever. Like,
yeah.
I could just get a regular old singing ass Brandy R&B. But then when she did that old school,
begging and pleading, I like that song too, though. I love that. I felt like the issue there was what did Brandy do after those singles? Like, what did Brandy do after that music came out? Where was the follow up, or was she just like, I'm out here doing what I want to do? I don't even think I know which album.
211?
Oh, I won't say I liked it a lot, but it wasn't as bad as people tried to make it out to be.
It definitely wasn't as bad as people made it seem.
Right.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah. But okay. Well,
speaking of Birdman,
whatever.
A judge ordered him to release the keys to his $12 million mansion in Miami. I think we spoke about this, don't really remember. But
so he got evicted?
He defaulted on a loan from a company called EMG Transfer Agent. $12 million loan. So I don't know if the house is... whatever. The point is, they didn't get their money. The house was collateral. And so now... the judges said, girl, we want the keys. We want the clicker for the garage. We want the lawnmower for the grass. The furniture is ours.
All of it.
The lanai, every chandelier.
All that pool equipment. You're not taking them pool noodles.
The marble floor.
All of it is ours, girl. Don't forget the countertops.
Of all of it. We want it. We're taking the knobs off of the cabinets. Everything is ours.
I can see that. I mean, you owe these niggas $12 million or enough to where they're... I mean, you owe clearly the majority of the loan is in default or whatever it's called when you just don't pay your mortgage no more. So this is what happens.
This is why he's not giving people their money?
Well, hell, see, that's the thing. Birdman should have more than enough to pay his bills because he ain't paying nobody else.
The story that I've always followed as far as Birdman is concerned is him being wealthy. Like, again,
that was his whole thing.
It's always been, look at how much money we have earned
just
as the cash
dumb
money
rich,
millionaires.
right?
Look at the type of car that I have. In fact, I have 30 of them. I was always a fan of just seeing how rich Birdman was.
Yeah, me
That's
too.
what I liked.
Yeah.
When is Birdman's next episode of Cribs? That's all I was interested in. So
it's confusing.
Heartbreaking. I'm sure that Rick Ross is having a grand old time with it.
It's not heartbreaking.
It isn't. But I was just, trying to do something.
I appreciate you being like that. Just upbeat.
Xscape has announced that they will be returning on tour with Kandi Burruss.
Oh, okay. I was just about to say, we do not care. But you said with Kandi Burruss.
Once Kandi is done with her stretch of shows on Broadway, she...
That's real. She really is in that show.
She will then be returning to the stage with Tiny, Latosh, and Tamik.
Okay.
Apparently, I think she just started Chicago or is starting soon. And I think it's going until like middle of March. So
okay. Yeah, that's a nice little run. Couple months.
You didn't get to catch the Great Xscape tour, then you can...
No worries.
You can catch them when they return to a city near you. I heard that, I guess they're going to like try to do cities that they didn't get to go to.
That would make sense. That would make sense.
So I'm just surprised that Candy's actually going back, because when I tell you that she has just looked ragged, like she has looked exhausted. During
like during the tour itself?
Yes, like I've seen so many clips where she's just looks completely like the odd man out. Like she just does not want to be there, and she's fulfilling her contractual obligation to finish this fucking tour.
But touring is such easy money. That's probably it. Because Kandi is always about her bottom line. And I feel like she just was like, it's just too easy. The money is too easy to get up on stage with 3 other girls, and it's just like merch. I'm sure they're selling merch at the shows.
Yeah, that would be foolish if they
right, all this other stuff. So it's just kind of like, why not? Why not? So,
I mean, she's been working with bitches she don't like for years on TV.
Did you watch the most recent episode of Housewives?
Was that the one with that medium?
Yes. Who I just thought was a bitch with an attitude. I was like, wait, she's a psychic?
I felt like she was doing a lot for the TV.
She was. When she told all them lies on Kenya, I hate to say, I felt just like Portia did. Portia said, woo, you see all that? Skip over me, girl. I said, oh, Portia, girl, you don't always get it, but when you do, you be on it.
That's true.
I was like, if this girl is a medium, the producers must have been like, just go in here and do the most. Like, just go in here and be extra. She was just acting like Contessa's nanny. Whoever mama that is.
I'm still calling her Contessa.
I hate that y'all do that. Why don't y'all like Contessa?
No, because she is like...
No, there's no reason to not like that girl.
Even go
But she does go here.
She doesn't.
She's on the show.
And she's always trying too motherfucking hard.
How?
And doing the most. Interjecting.
The 90s party was fun. It was cute.
The 90s party was a mess. They literally almost started boxing.
The 90s party was a mess because of them bitches. But the party
And then it started raining, so God didn't even see it. Like...
No, see,
I like her.
This is no reason to dislike Contessa.
I like her profession. I like her individual story.
Profession.
I like that her husband is a doctor too. I shouldn't say enjoyed, but I was touched by the scene where her kids wanted to see her and she was upset because she had to work.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But just as a part of the ensemble, I don't care.
Why?
She just is lame.
She literally does nothing to be like offensive or...
She's annoying.
I don't have no issues with Contessa.
And I'm going to keep calling her Contessa.
I feel like, you are just so heavenly with this. You are just like Heavenly. Heavenly had an attitude with Contessa for no reason, and that's how you are. That's what you get. Okay. She didn't do nothing.
She did to me.
She didn't do nothing to nobody. You just have an attitude with her. No, leave that lady alone.
Anyhow, I did watch that last episode. Them bitches don't know how to they just don't know how to have conversations.
What a mess.
And then here go Nene. I don't have any issues with you, but you just said, but I'm telling you right now that I don't have any issues with you. Okay, but yesterday on the phone, I don't have
But it's like, but literally when me and Kim was sitting at dinner and you was like,
I am telling you that I don't have anything to say to you.
I love Kim versus Kenya Moore. I do. I enjoy that a lot. That is fun.
Speaking of Kim and the show, so Kim on that same episode also implied that Kandi wanted to eat her vagina.
She opened up. That was like the first thing she said in the episode. Was that Kandi said something about wanting to go down on Kim. Ooh.
She was talking about that whole shit about Portia and Phaedra and their lies. And then she says that, one thing about Kandi, I wouldn't let Kandi eat my box or something. Like, she didn't straight up say that Kandi tried or whatever. Mm-hmm. She said that she wouldn't let her. And that was it. And then when Sheree was like, don't tell me she offered to do something, Kim didn't say anything else. I would just like to go on the record to say that Kim has lied on national television several times throughout the entire time that I have known who Kim Zolciak is.
Okay. Fair.
I think that Kim is a troublemaker. I think that she's trash. I think that her lips are disproportionate to the rest of her face. I think that honestly, Kim is just trying to do the most right now to stand out and to agitate people so that she can get into arguments to get a big peach.
Right.
And that isn't even because I'm just a Kandi stan. I'm calling it the way that I personally see it. Mm-hmm. I think that she's just like, even with Kenya, like, you don't even have to start shit with Kenya. She'll give you a reason to argue with her. Just wait. And you went over to Homegirl's party, and when they were talking about her being married or whatever, you literally started the whole thing. Right. And then when she came for you and your daughter, again, you are the one offering people blowjobs through Brielle's mouth on Twitter.
You said it.
Now you want to fight people.
I love it because she's good and trash. And that's why I love her and Kenya going at it, because Kenya is also trash and she gets under Kenya's skin. Like, Kenya is annoyed by her. But I feel like a lot of Kim's same being crazy and doing anything to get a peach tactics are just shit that Kenya would have done or has done boxed up in a different person. Like, she's not all that different from Kim Zolciak. She isn't.
Well, Kim just giving me reason to agree with Kenya Moore is enough.
Is that enough? You pissed off?
Like, honestly, you could piss off.
How dare you?
The show's been fine without Kim 4 seasons, and ain't nobody. No, everybody is tardy for her fucking party, because don't nobody watch that fucking show with her by herself. So you're trying to come and get a peach by lying and doing whatever other dramatic stuff. And I'll happily watch it, but I'm also going to say you're a liar because I believe that she's a liar.
You're just mad because she gave you a reason to be on Kenya's side. That's all this is.
No, Kenya, she's also trash. Like, she also was at Nene's fucking house with her daughter. Neither one of them were invited, talking about the bitch had roaches and couldn't talk. Like, first of all,
and that confused me when Kim was talking about it. I was like, so
there were like 24 roaches. We literally just watched the fucking video. It was one bug and it was not a roach. How do we get from that to there was 24
to an army of roaches? And then the very next day, all up in Nene's face talking about, oh, well, I love you and Brielle just like stands for you and all this. It's like, keep that same energy when you talking about going in my house and taping roaches all over my bathroom and shit like that. So it just seems real fake in that way, but that's this show. Like, I can't think of a time when any of them wasn't fake for the sake of the cameras.
Well, Kandi said on Twitter, I'm sick of these bitches lying on me. Well, Kim Zolciak, I have never wanted you or your box, and stop swearing on your kids while you're telling lies. Lying ass bitch, somebody's really reaching for a permanent peach here. This is my house, you're just a visitor. To that, Kim said, if anybody is lying, it's you. You and your husband are full-on swingers, fucking all kinds of girls and can never admit it. And bitch, if it weren't for me, there would be no house. Remember, I built this house. Kandi has never denied that she likes girls.
I was going to say, I feel like everybody knows that.
She has just been specific about who she is not interested in.
Right. And that they do things the legal, consensual way. They don't drug people and take them back to the sex dungeon like Phaedra and what's her face tried to lie. What's her name? Portia. Right. Wasn't Tasha, doing all whoever. You know what I meant. She wasn't doing all that extra like they tried to say she was. So she can
swear on one of her kids. She got 8 more.
See, but the one's face already got chewed up by the dog. If I would think after something like that happened, you wouldn't play around about your kids.
Wait, what?
Remember when the dog ate up cash money?
I don't know.
Cash. One of her kids, I think, is named Cash, and I think the dog attacked the baby, and he had to go to the hospital, and his eye was all crazy, and I think they had to sew some shit back together. He looked real crazy, and then they got rid of the dog and all that. But you would think after something like that happened,
he would stop talking.
You wouldn't be swearing on your child's life, like, especially over something dumb like this. Because why would Candy ever want your pussy of all the white girls? Ugh, the thought of going down on Kim's Zodiac. I just know it don't smell right. Like
it's
mothballs
just...
and apple cider vinegar. I know it.
I don't know why, but I just had a vision. Hey, you probably don't even know what I'm talking about. There was an episode of That's So Raven. The original series.
Right.
Where there was like some cheese or something there. She was being a bad girl. She was with them bullies, Adrian Balon and shit. And they had put some cheese up in the heating vent so that it would melt and the whole school would smell like cheese.
This sounds familiar.
And Raven was trying to stop it and she crawled up in the vent.
Yes.
And it was crazy hot and the cheese was bubbling. And she had to like eat it to get rid of it. For whatever reason. Being down below.
On Kim's Zodiac.
It just bubbling hot, warm cheese.
What are you even going to see when you get down there?
Bubbling hot, warm cheese. Fuck her. I don't care. I'm not prescribing to no white hoes lying on black women. I don't care who the black woman is. Right. I'm not voting for you, bitch.
As soon as I heard that, I was like, no. I feel like Candy probably has taken down a white girl or two in her day.
Probably.
But not Kim Zodiac. She's going to pick somebody who ain't already had a million. You know what? Never mind. Let me not do that.
Speaking of hoes, Offset has...
this nigga.
His new apology apparently was a tattoo of Cardi B or Cardi B's name on his neck. This found its way to the gram and other social media places via video. First of all, I want you to know that right above the Cardi B tattoo on his neck is a tattoo of Buttercup from the Powerpuff Girls holding some form of a gun or... I don't know.
I was about to say, really? This sounds not like what I would have expected, but of course, it's Thug Mrs. Buttercup. What the fuck? Why? Is it like a Glock or something?
I don't know.
Does she have a bandana tied around her face?
What the fuck is wrong with you niggas? Anyway, so she's recording this video of him with this tattoo on his neck. This is, while the Barbs are still trying to get them to break up. Whatever, because he's cheating on her. So... I
love watching these young kids go at it. It's funny.
Anyway, so here come her long ass nails in the video, moving his dreads out the way so you can get a full look. And
this made you happy?
I don't know.
Is you happy?
I don't.
That's my
they're just like ghetto.
Cardi.
That's it. And like leave them alone and let them be ghetto. Like they're just like every other hood couple out here. He cheated on her and now he's got a tattoo with her name on it. This is how much I love you. Like it's under a tattoo of Buttercup. You want me to take this fucking shit seriously?
But you are definitely my favorite bitch. You are number one on the list of
like
people
Buttercup
I would fuck.
is. She was my fave and you are too.
Niggas
it's
will
symbolic.
Do everything except just be faithful. Every single thing except stop putting their dick in other people.
Someone, of course, she's still, doing interviews with random people on social media
Instagram comments,
it.
yeah.
She's having a full Q&A. Someone on Twitter said something about her being the only faithful one in the relationship, and she responded by saying, "How you figure that?"
Oh, okay.
So implying that I guess she's fucking too.
I like that. Listen, I'm all for that.
I mean, in that case, I planned on letting y'all just be ghetto together and have your hood trials and tribulations and throw things. But
I would love to hear that Cardi B is out here fucking around on that nigga. Yeah. That's great, actually. You should be.
I mean, if he's fucking,
and
you're fucking,
and he is.
Sounds like y'all are in an open relationship,
right? And maybe that works for y'all. If that's what makes you happy, then do that thing.
Either way, your business.
Did you see what she was saying? People were asking her, like, why do you search your name? Why do you respond.
Yeah, why does anybody do that?
Right. And she was like, y'all just don't understand. Every celebrity does this. And I'm like,
no, that's not true.
No, it isn't. That isn't the case. Every celebrity does not do that.
No.
I feel like most celebrities are like, you know what? There are plenty of people willing to at me with their shady comments and other things, you know, with like, there are plenty of people willing to at me.
Right.
I'm not going to go look up the niggas who don't want to at me.
I feel like if you are not adding me, especially if you're saying something shady, then you're not talking to me or about me.
Right. You
Like,
are having a conversation, but I'm not a part of it.
You talking to your cable service provider. Right. She ain't talking to me.
And that's none of my business.
I don't care about
so
that.
I'm not going to go look up your comments about me that you didn't want to tag me in. You didn't want me to see it, clearly.
It's just not that serious, and it's never going to be.
Right. But she was just saying how she, like, I think the way she was saying it was like she just couldn't help it. Like, she just had to. Like,
she's a regular girl.
She really is.
She just is.
She really is.
It's almost like sad to me to see her, like, you know, struggling to like get her footing of being a celebrity and not just being a girl from the Bronx anymore, because it's probably really hard for her. I'm sure she just wants to maintain a lot of that anonymity and just free, you know,
posting whatever you want to type of shit,
talking back to whoever you want to on Twitter and fucking whoever and dating your nigga and posting your nigga and whatever the fuck it is that regular average everyday people do. You can't do that no more.
Right.
So
it's difficult for her.
Maybe she never will. I don't know. But
I just feel like she doesn't have like a mentor, an older woman, an older female rapper, maybe.
Not true. Maybe.
I don't think she has an older female
Kim
rapper.
Loves her. I'm sure she has like at least a couple.
I'm talking about somebody who, if they text Cardi like, sis, you know, meet me for drinks and let's talk about some stuff. Like somebody who
I can name some people that I've tried to do that with that don't respond.
Oh,
so
well, you know what?
That doesn't.
You can't help everybody.
Hello.
So maybe she just don't want to be saved. Maybe she just
Will
wants
and
to keep
Jada
going.
and Tyrese.
They tried to have a private conversation with that man, and it turned into Will and Jada are wiring me $5 million.
He did everything but FaceTime them and IG Live at the same time, or like. Anyway, so
I still really like Cardi. I want her to win, but I don't
like
think
her
she's
too.
gonna win if she's constantly caught up in what every single body has to say about her. Like, sis, you have the number 3 song on Billboard and 2 other songs in the top 10. Who gives a fuck?
She's new to the game.
Yeah.
She might adjust, she might not. Either way, I think that she's having a really great time at the moment. And I don't really have anything bad to say about her.
That's what matters, yeah. She's super cute and very real. Being all proud of your nigga getting your name tattooed on his neck, even though we all know he's smashing other hoes, is very real.
And again, they're so hood. Like, of all of the places to tat
on the neck,
anything.
Did he even have any blank space anywhere else, though? Maybe that was all that was left.
That's true.
He probably didn't have nothing. He was like, look, I got 2 inches by 2 inches on the neck, and then I got a small piece of real estate right above the left kneecap. And other than that, there is nothing. So you choose.
Well,
hood love.
God bless all those involved. Speaking of, well, this isn't really hood love. This is hood assumptions. You know, last week you had brought up that rando porn star chick that was allegedly pregnant by Drake.
You know how my third eye get to tingling sometimes.
So the very next day.
It was the very next fucking day.
So I don't know exactly how recently a lot of this happened, but I think this lady had this baby last year.
Whoa. Oh, that would make sense.
Because these pictures from her baby shower are from late last year, like August or something. And I think she had the baby in October.
Oh, okay.
The baby is a boy, and the photo of the cake says Adonis.
His name is Adonis.
I'm just guessing.
Okay. All right. That is a perfectly nice name.
It is a name.
Dignified.
Yes. Strength.
Nice name for you.
It is a commanding name.
It is for your baby. your quarter black baby.
So I don't know if this happened last year or if this happened right after the last show or when. But at some point, Drake started following her on Instagram. Mm-hmm. So this is leading people to assume that she went ahead and had his baby and is keeping it on the low to get that check or whatever. Smart. Nothing is confirmed. There's a good chance that Drake is honestly just like, I needed to, send you a DM to figure out where I can send the baby some stuff because, he just cares.
You know what? First, that is always...
It is likely that he sent that baby an OVO tracksuit.
The man took a bunch of strippers up to the room to listen to smooth jazz. So it's possible.
I'm just saying.
It's possible that he was just like... We got a bunch of sneakers and baby clothes over here. I got a gift card to Babies R Us you could have. It's a whole truckload of diapers. He might just be feeling generous, but
an owl pendant.
I think my third eye tingled to let me know that the news was coming that Drake does have a baby. I think that is his child.
You think so?
I do.
Why?
Because the timing is right. I don't know where I got that.
I don't know when the fuck this baby was conceived.
I don't know. But, I feel, though, and I feel like this is Drake's child.
You know what? The only reason that I feel like a lot of people are probably leaning in that direction is because she has not said anything about it. Like, she hasn't accused him of being the baby.
Bitches who lie will do it publicly.
A lot.
She probably knew from the beginning, this is your child, and we can do that DNA in the womb bullshit if you want to. But I'm pregnant with your baby, and so if you want me to shut the fuck up, we got to get some shit in line right now. It's not like she's on Instagram with all these baby pictures of like her kid and Drake when he was 2 side by side, like on some Maury shit. She's being real classy and quiet about it, even after the news hit. All the big news sites like Shade Room and Baller Alert. Everybody knows, and she still ain't said yay or nay about it. So,
because if that was not Drake's baby, and assuming you know whose baby it is, wouldn't you at least want for somebody like I would probably be like, oh well, unless the child's father is like, that ain't got nothing to do with me.
Maybe. Or maybe she just likes the attention and people speculating about whether it is or isn't. It really could. It could be anything. But the fact that he followed her, and honestly, the fact that it was put upon my spirit to remember that young lady, I think it was a sign. See?
That Drake is a daddy?
I'm just saying. I be getting feelings about shit, and I be right.
What is this going to do for the morale for, All-Star Weekend?
One baby don't stop no show. Drake having a child is not gonna slow nothing down over here. Well, he's a father to that baby. He is not a husband to nobody. So I don't see where you having a kid is gonna get in the way at all.
He probably had to change his number like 3 times. He probably had to step out the studio and immediately contact the phone, whatever AT&T, Verizon, whoever he got.
Right. I just can't believe he's been seen with some of the baddest women that I've ever laid eyes upon in my life, but that is his baby mama. No shade to her, because you the one that came up with the bag and I did not. But facially, she's just nowhere near the level of some of the other girls he's been associated with.
I didn't want to be the one to say it.
It just is facts. I don't even care that she's white. She's just homely.
She just
is. So, but okay.
Yeah. Well, only time will tell.
Men date their moms. So... Right? I think that's what I've heard. That's yeah. Y'all forgot Drake had a white mama. Right. Really? I thought you were about to rub your nipples. I was like, what are you going through?
I was leaning back. It's hot in here, first of all. I'm leaning back because
I just got layers on. Talking about it's hot.
Cold outside, and I don't feel like taking this sweater off.
Oh, okay.
We have central air.
It's hot. Who's gonna cut the air on when it's 30 degrees outside? Nigga, take that sweatshirt off.
The heat's off. The heat has to be. The heat is on.
All right.
It's 75 degrees in here.
We're taking a break.
Hey guys, this week's episode is being brought to you by ShipStation. ShipStation.com is the fast and easy way to manage and ship your orders all from one place. Whether you're using things like Shopify, Squarespace, Etsy, BigCommerce, WooCommerce, or over 75 other popular selling channels. ShipStation brings all your orders into one simple interface, which makes them easy to manage from any device, even from your cell phone. And the easier it is to manage, the quicker you can get your orders out and keep those customers happy. Use ShipStation to create shipping labels for all of the top carriers, including UPS, FedEx, USPS, and more. With ShipStation, you'll ship more in less time with the best rates available. No wonder ShipStation is the number one choice of all online sellers. We, use ShipStation.
Yeah, for our merch site.
For our merch, when we, have things to send out to y'all, great people who order merch from us and things like that. So basically, if you are selling things and you need help shipping them out, this is the place to do it.
It's just really fast and super easy. Right now, you can try ShipStation free for 30 days and get an additional month free only if you use our promo code READ. So don't wait. Go to ShipStation.com, and before you do anything else, click on the mic at the top of the homepage and type in READ. That's SHIP station.com. Hit the mic and enter promo code READ. With ShipStation, you can make ship happen. You see what I did there?
Oh, God.
All right. Let's get back to the show.
Okay, so we're back, and it is now time for our listener letters.
Yes, send your questions to asktheread@gmail.com. Like I said, the young lady sent us an update with the pet problem, but Kid Fury clearly feels like zero amphibians is a reasonable way.
You just need a special place not in the house to visit it. If he don't even want you to have like a little terrarium or something out on the porch out back or something like that.
Yeah, he's like, he doesn't want any reptiles. He's like, just get a dog.
I would be uncomfortable, honestly, with it in the house, period.
Yeah, girl.
But I can understand you not wanting a dog and wanting that kind
because dogs will be all up on your ass even when you are not in the mood. So
right. That is true, too. That is true, too.
Like a baby.
That is true, too.
Whereas I feel like an iguana, when you want to be left alone, that nigga will leave you alone.
He probably wants to be left alone too.
But, good luck to you because we have conflicting opinions on that. I feel like if you just get it anyway. What is he going to do?
I mean, that's actually like, is he going to break up with you because you got
right? That nigga will be all right. So this question, oh God, it sounded straight out of 6 Brown Chicks when I read it. I'm not entirely sure that it's real, right? So, but you niggas seem to love stuff like that.
Yeah, they don't care.
First one comes from Sheriff.
All right.
And Sheriff says, I have a dilemma I hope you can help me with.
Bet you do.
I'm a straight man who has experienced some traumatizing events recently. Here is what happened. I met this girl at the club, and I was fortunate enough to bring her back to the crib. Everything was fly.
Already trash.
She was beautiful with dark cocoa skin, a fat ass, natural hair, and lips that taste like passion fruit.
I'm sorry. I was already done from fortunate enough to bring her back to the crib. This is a nigga. Okay, go ahead.
We were hot, heavy, and ready to smash when she pulled down her panties. To my discomfort, she had one of the longest clitori I've ever seen. I was surprised and confused. However, I did not want to hurt her feelings, so I played along with her confidence. I played it cool and went down on her. It was weird, but I got over it. The real problem came when she put her hand on my head and forced me to put the whole clit in my mouth and suck it. She was aggressive and in the mood, so I again played along. Most men would find this emasculating, but guess what? I liked it.
All right.
We finished hooking up, and that was the last I seen of her.
I bet.
Side note, I cannot believe most men find that emasculating. What? If a woman pushes your head
I was confused
into
about
her,
that too.
you're doing something right.
Men find everything emasculating.
Oh, God. Can't nobody emasculate you. Your manhood is your manhood. We can't take that away from you.
Especially if you liked it.
God, what? Niggas, you were eating pussy. How do you feel emasculated? Anyway, let's get back to the letter. Because it gets much crazier.
I'm sure.
Since then, I've been searching for a girl like her, but I've had no luck.
Oh, now he wants some more long clit love.
Therefore, in my mind, the next logical thing to do would be to go after penis.
Wait.
The night with that girl left me confused about my sexuality.
Okay.
If I liked sucking long clits so much, then I might be gay, right? Sure.
What?
Sure you might. I went and found a guy and brought him home to tickle my curiosity.
Okay.
I told you. I went down on him. I went down on him, and to my surprise, I did not like it. We had sex, and I felt uneasy the whole time.
Oh, you kept going.
I guess I'm just nice, and I can't say no. But we were already in the act, and I didn't want to be rude.
You're allowed to say no.
Since you are at any point allowed to say no.
Male, female.
Since then, I have sustained from sex for a while to ponder on my emotions. What do you guys think? I like long clits, but penis was not my thing. Am I gay? Thanks, Sheriff. This is what the fuck y'all be asking for.
See, although, like the majority of my spirit believes that this is a lie. But
right.
That was still
It was a mess.
Just imagining that it could, because it could be true. So,
it could be.
That's
why I said 6 brown chicks.
I kind of thought that story about homegirl who had a threesome with her man and her best friend
was fake.
I thought that was fake.
Could have been.
We met them niggas.
Oh, God. What?
They came to my party. You don't remember we met them?
Your party?
My 305 Live party last year?
Oh, I think
you
I
may have
blocked
been drunk.
this. Yeah, I think I blocked that out.
So.
Oh, shit. Oh, wait. No. This is coming back.
They came up to us.
Yes.
At the party.
And we're like, we're the ones.
I mean, unless they liars too, but I don't believe. I mean,
maybe. But so, what do we have for Sheriff?
Sweetie.
Does liking
no pun
long
intended,
clips,
Sheriff, but I'm drawing a blank here.
You really thought.
So,
sir,
I'm just trying to figure out how you arrived to the assumption that
you must be gay.
Dick was for you because you liked long clips. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Oh.
I'm tired.
It doesn't. It might be a long clit, but it's still
a clitoris.
It's still resting amidst the rest of the vagina. So I just don't understand how having a long clit in your mouth made you think, that was delicious. Maybe dick next.
You know what?
Yummy.
I can't find any more,
girls.
normal clits. So.
And I've had an ex with, well, I guess it's different with lesbians. I was about to say that was not a problem in our relationship.
I'm sure it wasn't.
How ridiculous. You could see it from across the room. You could see it. I was just like, yo, so you just have a dick. Like, you're just gonna have a dick, and that's fine. You just are gonna. So, okay.
All I will say to you, Sheriff,
I love it,
is that if this is, in fact, a thing that happened to you,
yeah,
I will commend you for your willingness to experiment with your sexuality. Mm-hmm. And not only that,
I like where you went with this,
but to ponder on it afterwards and figure out what this means to you. Our laughter should not allow you or anyone else to think that there is something wrong with this. It is healthy and it is actually very progressive. And,
I mean, you were curious and you wanted to know.
Exactly. I just feel like the curiosity for man sex, I have a hard time believing that it was simply just because, it's still a vagina.
Right. Long clitoris or not,
it's above a cooch, whereas a dick is above balls.
I just feel like if you've slept with more than 5 women, you have to be aware that vaginas and all that, they come in there's lots of different ways they can look.
Yeah.
So the fact that an extra long clit threw you off so much that you were like, maybe I just need to deep throat some dick. It's just, the leap there is a lot, but I appreciate that you were like, I'm curious about it, so I'm gonna try it out. But it wasn't for me. I didn't really like having dick in my mouth. I fucked this nigga, but my heart wasn't into it. So I think you can rest assured, because his overall question was if he was gay. The fact that you did not enjoy sucking dick or having sex with a man leads me to believe that you are not.
Me too.
I don't think you're gay. I think you just like women being sexually aggressive.
And for the record, Most will never admit it, but a lot of straight men have experimented with men in one capacity or the next. Maybe not full-blown sex, maybe not oral, but lots of men have and will take that shit to their grave, and that's their motherfucking business. Again, you allegedly were,
right, because we don't know.
Comfortable to an extent, at least, to say, thinking about dicks, let's see what this is about. Not for me.
Maybe that didn't make any sense as a thought process.
Because I just don't get it. I'm not judging nobody. I just don't understand how apple plus apple equaled orange. Right. I just don't.
It didn't make sense, but that's all right.
Either way, you landed where you did, and you did some thinking for yourself, and I think that is great. Women are permitted to do that all of the time. A woman could be dating niggas for decades and meet the right stud and be all of a sudden get in her life and be like, it's for me or it's not for me or whatever, and then ruin this damn stud's life. But that happens literally all the time and everybody's okay with it. So you did the same thing. It's not your tea. Maybe you need to, I don't know, get girls with straps, or maybe there's a long clit forum.
A long clit forum. This should be an option on dating profiles.
Yeah, clit length.
So your clit length, we're talking external view. How
with
much of it is visible? Right. Because he's like, if I can't see at least an inch of your clitoris, it's a no-go. Just like that feeling, just resting on your bottom lip, don't you? That's all right. You can like it. You can like it. I think what turned you on so much about that encounter was that she had something that you thought she should have been ashamed of. Like at first you were like, Jesus, what a long clit. But then y'all started fucking and you were really into it.
Right.
And like you said, you played along with her confidence. I don't think she was playing with her confidence. I think she was very well aware that she had some good pussy and she was about to turn you out.
Hey, you ain't seen her.
And you have been searching for her since.
She's just going around casting her long clit spells on niggas, turning them gay. Let me not say that before y'all fuck around and think turning gay is a real thing.
Now I'm picturing like somebody using that clit as like a wand, like Hogwarts. Wingardium.
Loomis Olem.
Woo! Okay. Yeah, you're not gay, baby. You're not gay.
I would vote no, and I'm pretty gay. But
all
kudos
right.
to you.
Father, okay.
That was good for me. See, it didn't even have to be true. Like, that was fun.
It probably wasn't. Well, it'll probably be on Six Brown Chicks next week. We'll be like, okay.
I saw people retweeting one that was similar to the one.
Oh, yeah, the African parent one. Yeah. So, oh, yeah, she emailed us back, too, and said that she gave her boyfriend an ultimatum. He was like, no, they're not ready for it. And so she was like, fine, I'm not talking to you no more then. Good. And he called her back like, wait, for real?
Like, what did you
like,
think,
you really gonna leave me? And so then he called and told his parents about her. And they were like, well, you just need to make sure you focus on school. And there's still plenty of Congolese women out there, but they weren't like, break up with her. She's trash because she's Black American.
Oh, well, then that's good.
Yeah, and he said if his parents will allow white people in their family, then he's definitely not going to let them disrespect her. So,
now.
Apparently they're going to work it out. He just had to he had to face the fact that she was really about to leave his ass.
Once you put both
and then all because he was like, oh, no, I can't tell him now. Give me another 6 months. This is this. And she was like, nah, nigga.
I think it was just African families. Like, a lot of people are just very tied down to the traditions and ideals of their parents, like, through all of their adulthood, too. So it's not really surprising to me that he was, concerned or scared or whatever about how they would react to his girl, but you definitely have every right to be like, okay, nigga, no, you and your parents figure it out.
I mean, and if it would be one thing if they were like, they just want him to date a Congolese girl, I would be like,
I wouldn't even. Yeah,
I mean, that sucks for you, but I understand people not wanting their cultures and customs and things like that to necessarily be lost to another generation. But the fact that they were cool with white Americans and not us was, for me, the whole problem.
That would have been a big
that was the whole, like, so them demons are good enough for your kids, but we ain't.
Right.
When we are literally just your brothers and sisters grew up on a different continent. That's literally it. So, anyway, let's get to the next question. This one comes from Eva. And she says, one night about a month ago, my boyfriend and I were out eating at our local Olive Garden. My back was to the entrance and my boyfriend was facing it. Towards the end of our meal, he randomly says, "What the hell?" And when I turned around, there stood my aunt's husband with a woman who was clearly not my aunt.
Oh, God.
They were there on a date, holding hands and making googly eyes at each other.
Of course he cheating on this bitch at Olive Garden.
At the fucking Olive Garden.
Of course he is.
You would take a bitch somewhere with unlimited soup, salad, and breadsticks.
Because that's impressive.
She was like, "Oh, so I can have
he
all the
classy.
breadsticks I want." They bring the cheese over and they just grate it until you say, "Stop, girl. It was so nice."
I like the dark bread best.
The little brown bread, girl. I don't even know how they make it.
That brown bread.
It is good.
It is fire.
I don't understand why my mama loves it. To me, Olive Garden is probably the nastiest chain.
When I was a child, I really liked it. But then I grew up.
Right. My mama wanted to go for Mother's Day like 5 years ago, and I literally just sat there and drank wine the whole time.
It's
girl,
grease.
I can't eat this.
Like, it's just
so
grease.
nasty. Anyway, let's get back to the letter. Eva says,
so hubby's cheating.
Right. Her aunt's husband is cheating. And so she says, when we were leaving, we had to walk past them.
Of course.
And when he saw me, you could have bought his ass with a penny. I don't know what that means, but I like it. I do not get that, but I really like it.
So using that.
I spoke briefly but kept walking, and this man ran full speed out the restaurant behind me trying to plead his case. I told him, save it, and that my aunt would know within the second.
Woo!
He then explained that he wanted to tell her himself and asked me to give him a chance to let her know.
No.
He offered to pay me $150 every week until he could figure things out.
Oh, hell no. Nah.
Me being a nigga, I said, okay. I've been receiving the money every Friday via Cash App.
That took a turn.
I've been receiving the money every Friday via Cash App, but here we are a whole month later, and my poor aunt is still clueless. I assume this is because I keep waking up every Friday $150 rich.
Yeah.
My question is, do I tell my mother what I saw and let her handle it as her sister? Or, since I'm the one who saw it with my own eyes, should I be the one to let it be known? At this point, I'm telling. Thanks for listening, Eva.
Eva.
Girl, you're trash.
You ain't shit.
You sold that your auntie for $600.
First of all, from the moment that nigga said, I can give you however much money every week until I figure things out, you should have known he had no intention of telling her anything.
Right.
It should have been, I'm about to tell her right now.
Right.
Or even tonight, I still would have felt like he was lying. But I would have checked back in the morning. So she know everything, or do I need to call her now?
Right. So what's up?
I don't know.
I might have given you the night to tell my auntie what you was doing.
You just decided free money every Friday was way more lit than your auntie. So,
I mean, and I get it, because $150 will get you through the weekend.
It will.
That's dinner. That's the club.
Right.
That's another dinner. That's another club.
You ain't shit. Now you gonna look horrible too, because when she find out that he's been paying you off,
right? Your
for a
auntie's
month,
going to be pissed.
She's gonna be mad at you too,
girl. And it ain't nothing you can do about that. I mean, I guess you could probably tell her what you saw without mentioning the money part, because it's not likely that your uncle, well, it's not likely that your aunt's husband is going to be like, yeah, aunt's paying your niece and she ain't saying nothing. That's probably not going to happen. But your auntie is going to be like, so you saw this a month ago and didn't say nothing? Right. It just...
Yeah, either way.
It's not going to look right on you. So if I were you, I would go, you've already made up your mind to say something, which is, I'm proud of you for deciding to do the right thing.
A month later.
Finally. But you got there. It's not like you took his money for a year, I guess.
That girl probably had so much brown bread since then.
Why the fuck are you like this?
She isn't back to
First of all, the brown bread is free.
Exactly. He's like, you coming out of an extra $150 every weekend, you do need free bread. I'll have a water, thanks.
I don't even remember what the fuck I was saying.
You need to tell her, and you did this once for me, actually. You need to tell her, same thing I always do.
Oh, I did do this once for you.
You can go and tell them right now.
Yep. All right.
Or I'll do it.
Oh, now I'm thinking back on that moment. And really, should have been like, you either tell him now or you give me $150 a week. Until you figure it out. And I would tell my friend that you fucking around on him later.
And you probably would have got it.
I probably would have.
That nigga was like, I would really rather pay her $150
that is crazy.
a week than tell my wife that I'm a dog.
I mean, he took her to the Olive Garden where any damn body could see. So he clearly wasn't trying to like not get caught. This is not the shit that niggas do.
Probably the local one.
Right, she said it was our local Olive Garden. So
she did say that.
It was the Olive Garden.
She made sure to put that in there too, just to show you.
Not a Olive Garden. This is the one Olive Garden where we live. So why would he niggas?
Not many niggas cheat with finesse. Usually they're down without it.
Does Olive Garden have a 2 for $20 or something? Because that explains why a nigga took her there.
Probably. It's Olive Garden.
So yeah, girl, you just have to be honest with your auntie at this point. And say, you know, times are hard. I did let him pay me off for a little while, but he ain't tell you, and so I just had to let you know, Auntie, that your husband is stepping out.
Yeah, if you're gonna come with the honesty, you're gonna have to come 100%.
Just say it, girl. Times is hard, and I couldn't be turning down that kind of money, but I'm caught up on my cell phone bill and the cable bill now, and so I felt like I could come to you like an adult and tell you what I saw.
You ain't getting a Christmas gift for a little while.
No, you're not.
But
don't call your auntie for $20 for nothing. Because she gonna say, take it out the money my husband gave you.
Right. That's what I would say.
Woo, okay. So, our last question. I don't know if we should read one from another straight man. The last one was so much.
Why not? Can't get much worse than long clit and extortion.
Okay. Well,
that's not extortion. Is it extortion?
No, it's not really extortion because it's bribery.
Bribery.
He was like, I'll pay you if you don't say something.
There's the word.
But anyway, you have to be honest with your auntie. So our last question comes from Alec, who says, I've been dating the same girl off and on for 2 years. She's the ideal girlfriend for more reasons than one, but I've been reluctant for our situationship to turn into a committed relationship. Things are going well for us, and I could see a relationship happening soon, but there are 2 things that have held me back up until this point. Part of the reason is because my last relationship ended badly, and it took time for me to heal from that heartbreak. The other reason is that the young lady and I have been dating, and the young lady that I've been dating and myself will both soon be knocking on 30's door, but she dresses like she will be knocking on a freshman dorm door. I think she's a great girl, but she could use some assistance with elevating her look and looking more age appropriate. Whenever we step out and she looks really nice like an adult, I make it a point to compliment her throughout the night. I know it's very superficial, but I'm honestly attracted to a woman who is well put together and fashionable. How can I relay this information to her without seeming like a judgmental asshole and hurting her feelings? And should I do it before or after getting in a relationship with her? Love you guys. Love the show. Thanks for any advice, Alec.
Well, Alec, what is she wearing? Light up Skechers?
You know, she's probably dressing like me. She's probably wearing t-shirts and sweatpants and tennis shoes or Uggs every single day.
That's not what it is. He sounds age appropriate. That doesn't sound like it has anything to do with age.
I think what he's saying is he likes girls, because this is something I've dealt with an ex who's like, why do you always look so regular? Like, you never want to put on an outfit. You never want to put on like heels and dress and do something with yourself. And I'm like, no, I don't ever want to do that.
That's what he means.
I think that's what he means. I don't think he means she's wearing like Rainbow Bright.
It makes more sense.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, if you almost 30 and you're talking about she dresses like a college freshman or something, like, is that like a huge difference?
No, I think he means she looks a Forever 21 mess. Like, she's just wearing leggings and t-shirts and Uggs constantly. And he likes it better when she puts on real clothes, which, I mean,
Fashion Nova jeans.
Right. Yes. Put on your Fashion Nova with your Tom Ford and let's go to dinner. And that's also fine. He just prefers her looking like that and not so much in the day-to-day style.
I feel like we got a similar email to this once. Maybe it was about lingerie.
Where somebody...
Like a guy said like...
He wanted her to wear it, but she didn't want to? Something like that?
Yeah, something like that. Either way, I feel like if you want her to... Whatever you want her to be wearing, buy it.
First of all, that's a very good point.
Whatever it is you like her to be looking good in it and stuff like that, go out there, go get her some, whatever kind of jeans it is, whatever dress it is you like her looking in or looking good in or whatever, go out, buy her one, take her on a date, tell her to put that shit on. Kind of, you know, ease your way into softly saying, I like you in this. Compliment her like crazy when she does look good. Like, just, subtly, implying or whatever, like, hey, you're way more lit like this. This is you, and it drives me. You know what I'm saying?
Like, damn, you are so fine in that. Wow, I can't stop staring at your ass.
Just
wow,
compliment
I love it.
her and encourage her, because you don't want to just be like, oh, bitch, you look sloppy. And
why are you always so fucking regular? Well, as a woman who is always so fucking regular, I think I would just say, let her decide if you are worth the effort of dressing up or dressing in the way that you want her to. Like, maybe she just truly does not want to put on real clothes every day or dress in the way that you find attractive on a regular basis. Or maybe, she really likes you, and realizing that this small thing is like turning you off would be enough of an incentive for her to turn it on. Maybe that's the case. Or maybe she's like, oh, you don't like the way I dress? Who cares? You can kick rocks.
Right.
She might feel that way also. So
after hinting at it, I would probably just say it to her in the kindest way possible. Like, I think you look better like this, or I'm way more attracted to you like this, blah, 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 blah. See what the response is, and then you can gauge whether or not, because you ain't even in a relationship with a girl, you said.
Right. It sounds to me that
break up with her?
You're looking, right, they're not even in a relationship. It sounds like you're looking for a reason to not be in a relationship. I think the previous relationship that you talked about, and the fact that it ended badly and it took time for you to get over the heartbreak, it sounds like you're really not ready to be committed to somebody else, and so you're looking for whatever stupid reason to not, because unless she's wearing these clothes in a place where you just would not expect somebody to be dressed so stank and regular. Like, if she's just at home all the time, then it's just... Yeah,
that's another thing I was going to say.
It's like, what do you want me to do? I'm not putting on a ball gown to go to the movies.
Think about how often you're dressed and where you are when you're doing it and so on and so forth or whatever. Because I think I said in a video one time that I feel like women, just because of how y'all are set up biologically, should be the ones, if anybody, to just never have on a bra and always wear flats.
Right.
And just whatever. Like, you should just at least have 1 or 2 days of the week where you're just like, I'm not putting makeup on. I don't care how my hair looks today. I'm just going to be lazy.
It's honestly me every day.
I'm a person.
Right.
So, I
never wear makeup. My hair is always in a bun at the top of my head, and I am forever in some Beyonce merchandise and some sweatpants.
It also is there's way more that goes into being prepared to be this, attractive woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's work.
You don't just shower and get dressed like we need to. And most of y'all niggas don't even shower, to be honest with you. So, you know what I'm saying?
Not good.
Or change your drawers or many other things. I'm not speaking about you specifically. I'm going to assume that you do, since you're talking about this. But I'm just saying, again, keep those things in mind. If she's just chilling and y'all are kicking it and you Netflix and chill, or y'all walking around, I don't know, the park or something, then I don't see why she should be dressed like she's going to a movie premiere.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think she really... I think if you try to issue an ultimatum, you might get your feelings hurt when she's like, okay, well, we don't have to talk no more.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a possibility.
Because I'm not finna go put on H&M, well, not H&M, because they shit is, we're not doing H&M.
We don't do that.
We're not doing that. But, I'm not finna put on my finest of Zara every day just because that's what you want to see. So I would say let her make that decision, but really it sounds like you're not ready to be in a committed relationship, and you might want to take that as a sign that you need to take some more time to be alone. That's what it sounds like to me, but of course...
And it also sounds like you're in a perfect place to just not date her. It doesn't sound like you have way too much.
Y'all are situation shipping. Yet. It doesn't sound, it's not like you said she was stressing you about being in a relationship or something. So I would say just let it rock and wait until your perpetual bad bitch comes along, because this young lady doesn't sound like she's it. But yeah, you'll be fine. Send your questions. That was actually the least tumultuous of all of these this week. So
how anticlimactic.
Send your questions to asktheread@gmail.com, and we'll be back. Hey guys, today's episode is brought to you by Third Love. When it comes to bra shopping, it's all about finding the right fit for you. And Third Love is the only lingerie brand that offers bras in sizes AA through G, and the mysterious half cup sizes. Third Love uses thousands of real women's measurements and super smoothing memory foam to create bras that fit better and feel great. They have over 60 sizes, including half cups. If you've never heard of half cups, that's because nobody else really carries them. Most old school bras only carry like 15 sizes or so. If you're ready to find something that fits great and is just amazing on your body, I've told y'all about that t-shirt bra and how comfortable it is. It's the only one I don't take off as soon as I get home. So to find the bra that you've been waiting for, all you have to do is answer a few simple questions from Third Love's Fit Finder quiz. It just takes 60 seconds and you can do it all from the comfort of home. So this year, make the move that will change the way you think about bras by going to thirdlove.com/read. Find your perfect fitting bra and get 15% off your first purchase. That's thirdlove.com/READ. to get 15% off the perfect bra for you. Let them know Crystal sent you. Do something great for your titties, and let's finish the show.
Okay, so we're back to the show. It's time for the read.
It is. Do you have a read this week?
Yes, I just have two really quick things to say. First of all, I noticed that a few of you had some issues maybe with the discussion that we had last week about Genuine and India on Big Brother. You remember Genuine?
Oh, the kiss thing.
When she tried to kiss him or whatever. I just saw lots of people saying, you know, it seems like some people weren't satisfied with
what we said?
How we addressed it, I guess.
What do we do?
I just saw way too many comments about how Genuine didn't do anything wrong and that he was assaulted.
What?
And that we would have never said it that way if he had tried to do that to her. And
what am I missing?
I saw one person who got blocked on my Instagram said some shit about that person sexually assaulted Genuine and y'all should have blah blah. Okay, goodbye. Never come back. Like the fact that you couldn't even, you had to say that person and you could not even say she.
Right.
I already know where you stand
right.
and we're not going to agree about anything. So what you can do is piss off and never come back.
I'm confused where the sexual assault happened though.
I watched what I watched and how I felt about what I watched,
okay.
I very clearly said on the show last
I didn't
week.
see any video, so I don't know. But the story I heard, I did not hear sexual assault in it. So.
Another thing that I said on the show was that I am not going to villainize Genuine because I don't think that he did anything wrong. And I was not going to villainize her either because I don't think that she did anything wrong. I think that she handled it not so great, but I think that overall it was about trying to make a point, not trying to make out with Genuine. Mm-hmm. We also said on the show, if anybody, even motherfuckers that we genuinely probably would bone, just tried to randomly kiss us after 24, 48 hours or however long of us knowing each other, we probably would have been like, hey, back up. So again, the thing that makes this ironic to me is that the entire point that I was trying to make in that whole thing was that people should listen to the things that are being said to them, especially from marginalized groups, process those things, and see if they can apply that to their way of thinking and their actions. The fact that so many of y'all leaped not only over that, but over the very things that we said out of our mouths, and then came back to us talking about, well, Genuine didn't do nothing wrong.
Nobody said he did.
We never said that he did. In fact, we said he didn't. So
I straight up said, I'm not going to kiss you to prove your point. Even if I think you have a valid point, I'm not just going to kiss a random person or anybody that I don't want to kiss. So I don't understand how y'all took that and turned it into something else.
Genuinely, I think that y'all wanted for us to shit on this transgender woman just because she did something that you feel like she shouldn't have, or because she was crossing boundaries, probably because she's trans. Because I feel like if it was just one of these cis women in the house that tried to do that, they would be like, oh, she got curved. And it would have been a laughter thing. It wouldn't have been, oh, Genuine was assaulted or whatever.
Right.
Anyway, the bigger picture to me is not even y'all disagreeing.
I see exactly what you're talking about.
Because you're more than welcome to disagree with anything that I say on this show whenever you want to. It is fine. I welcome it with open arms. But again, especially in a topic where I was literally saying, listen. The show was called, what was the show called? The episode? I don't even remember what the fuck, but I know that I put it in the caption, shutting the fuck up is free. Like, close your mouths,
Lord.
open up your ears,
right?
Listen to the things that are being said. There are people of all kinds of walks of life that are telling their truths all of the time, every single day, including us just as Black people, all kinds of people, gay people, trans people, women, all of these people. And if you are not listening to what they are saying or even trying to absorb some of it, they're all saying the same shit. They're all telling like practically the exact same story, don't know each other. You don't even give a fuck because you have already decided that whatever they're saying is not worth your time because you disagree with it. Fine. That's just not the show. This is not the show for you to come and try and kick that bullshit back to us, especially if we just said something completely opposite. So save your 140 or 280 characters, however many you got now, for somebody else.
Well, we don't cape for nobody doing wrong. Wrong is wrong. And so that, I feel like that has always been the case with the two of us, even if we really like somebody or if we really don't. Like, we're fair, I think, with the overwhelming majority of stories and situations.
I try to be at least.
So if this woman didn't assault Genuine and this was just a case of, you know, the whole setup was there and he was like, you know, I'm not going to kiss a stranger or a random or whatever, I'm just not going to kiss you. And that was the story. Then that's going to be what we talk about. We're not going to turn around and be like, how dare you as a trans woman try to ask somebody for affection or try to ask somebody to be a part of this. This is like, I'm not going to cuss her out for that because I still think whatever she was talking about was a valid point. Like, there are a lot of you, and I think y'all's transphobia is showing in that whole thing, who feel
completely.
Like it's something wrong with you. Like, it's something wrong with you as a person. Right. You confused about who you are. You don't accept the way God made you or whatever other ignorant shit y'all are thinking about it. And so you projecting those negative feelings you have about her and transform them to us. Like, we supposed to cuss her out on your behalf when we don't feel that way because we not transphobic. So if you're mad at that woman's very existence, it's nothing I can say on your behalf. You're not going to agree with the way that I handle the story because you and I are coming from two totally different places. And I didn't see any of that, but I guess I just wasn't paying too close attention. So.
I usually don't, but for whatever reason, it was on my Instagram, it's in my Twitter mentions and stuff like that. And usually I don't pay attention to any of those types of things because, again, like I said, you are allowed to not like something I said. Mm-hmm. You're allowed to disagree with something I said. I'm okay with both of those things. Yeah. I never have a problem with it, and I rarely ever respond to any of it. It was just
You're
very
still listening,
funny.
So thank you. I appreciate you.
It was funny to me that I don't understand how you could have been listening to that discussion and still came out of it with that response. Even if you disagreed with what India did, how you failed to listen not only to the perspective of someone who is trans and is discussing their romantic life or whatever, but you failed to even listen to what the fuck we were saying on the show. Like, why the fuck are you talking about we genuinely didn't do nothing wrong when we said that? And it's not even just that. I've noticed before that there have been things good and bad where people will be like, well, why didn't you say this? Or you don't think this? And I'll be like, but we said that, which is why I usually don't respond to it. But I think there's a bigger issue here of people just being willfully ignorant, but then at the same time loud. And I don't want to see us go out like that. We don't need to be white people.
You know, what a great way to end it. We don't need to be white people.
Secondly, if you do not like picking up shit, interacting with shit, having a dog is not for you. I want for you all to listen to me closely, especially New Yorkers. Y'all will grind your teeth to dust if we talk about this fucking city being dirty or stank or whatever. But I can't walk Link 2-3 blocks without having to step over endless piles of shit. And of course, this little bitch always be wanting to get close and sniff. Or I don't know if that's like how dogs text or what, but like, nobody wants to be walking down the street and have to see shit everywhere. First of all, I believe that it's a law that you have to pick it up.
I think it is.
But furthermore, do it just have some fucking pride, bitch. Like, What the fuck?
So gross.
Why do you have a dog for if you not gonna pick up after them? Whether your dog shits in the house, outside the house, whatever, you are supposed to have baggies or something that you can. There are parts of like the city, even in Harlem, that have little areas with like a little canister or something that they'll hang up on poles and trees that have
with
bags
doggy bags
in them.
Yep.
So you can do like pick up the shit off of the street. Nobody wants to step in dog shit and ruin their fucking day. Nobody wants to have to be walking their dog and try to fight their dog from sniffing shit. Or just be walking down the street and see shit. Like,
it's just gross.
It's just gross. And Lord knows that New Yorkers love a pitted bull. And them niggas give shits the size of this MacBook. Pick it up. If you didn't want to do it, then you should have never got a fucking dog. They can't clean up after themselves.
Nope.
If you wanted an animal that does, you should have gotten a fucking feline. Because I don't subscribe to them shits, but at least, I mean, I don't have a cat. I feel like what you do, you throw the litter away?
They go shit in like a bucket type thing, like a dust, like a litter pan type thing.
Right.
And the one I had, you could shake it and then the top layer kind of lifted off and sifted the little balls of shit out and you could just throw them away like that. But the smell of the kitty litter, when your cat has taken a shit and then they kick over it with extra litter like they ashamed of themselves. Like, you the one came in here and dropped a bomb in the living room.
This is so funny. When I was like a child, this had to have been before I was 10. I think I said that I wanted a cat to my dad. And my dad grew up like on a farm in Jamaica, so they had every animal. My dad said to me, "Do you know what cat piss smells like?"
Oh, amen. Amen.
No, I don't have a cat.
It's wretched.
My father was like, no.
Not in my home. No, that's right.
But I'm
it
saying,
can be found.
Either way, like if you have a pet, you are signing up to take care of another living thing, which means that you are going to have to put things into it and you're going to have to take care of what comes out of it as well. I should not be the only one out this bitch picking up my dog's shit on the sidewalk and stuff like that. Like it's just a part of being a pet owner.
Yep.
And honestly, it's not that deep. Like, you're not picking up human shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
praise God.
And honestly, you know, depending on who it is, I'd probably do that shit too and get over it.
I mean,
a loved one who could not do it for themselves.
Right. Obviously, somebody incapacitated who was incapable otherwise.
But a dog like my nigga, it is ridiculous. It's ridiculous the amount of dog shit I see just walking to and fro around this fucking city in all areas, but especially up here. Please, whatever you do, find a way. Poopers, scoopers. I'm sure that Amazon, Target, Ross.
It has to be something.
Somebody has to have something if you're just so poop phobic that can make that process easier for you. But there should be no excuse for your dog taking a steaming hot shit on the sidewalk and you just leaving it there.
Right. Especially, you could just put your hand in the bag, scoop it up, and then fold the bag over itself. It's not like you have to touch shit.
Right. Nobody's asking you to pick it up with your hands and smear it around your face.
You can get a box of rubber gloves for like $2 from the dollar store and be good for a long, like the rest of the year. So I don't get...
There's a trash can on every corner. You don't even have to carry it back home.
Right.
Like, what the fuck is your problem? Y'all nasty. Pick up your dog's shit.
Amen.
I don't blame the dog. The dog is doing what it is supposed to do. It is your nasty motherfucking heinous, inconsiderate asses that expect for the rest of us to just be walking over feces.
Come on,
and hell, some of it could be yours. We still in New York. I don't know.
Well,
you could just be taking shits together.
Also true. Maybe it's a joint shitting project going on.
And I'm done. That's it.
Well, speaking of shitty people doing terrible things, normally I don't cuss out y'all's president for every single ignorant thing that comes out of his mouth, but last Thursday, I said, wow, this bitch really thought he was going to say something on a Thursday and I wasn't going to remember to cuss him out next week. But bitch,
you thought wrong.
You thought wrong this time. So I'm certain everybody has heard this story already. But last Thursday in the Oval Office, President Trump, I can't believe that is, like my stomach just sank saying that phrase. But he was talking with some other lawmakers and they were talking about, this immigration deal and talking about protections for immigrants from El Salvador and African countries and Haiti. And because this person has no soul, no history in politics, no intention of doing the right thing, no intention of doing the civil thing, and incapable of being racist or not being racist, he said, why are we having all these people from shithole countries come here? We should be, more worried about bringing people from Norway. And singled out Haitians, said specifically, why do we need more Haitians?
Yes.
Take them niggas out. Like, okay, other African countries, maybe every now and then, but still, for the most part, shitholes. El Salvador, I ain't even got other words for y'all. Shithole. Haiti, such a shithole that we might want to just turn around and take all the Haitians who are here and send them back to their shithole. Like, this is the way this man refers to people who come from different parts of the world to America seeking this bullshit American dream and a better life all that other shit. The shit that America has always claimed to be about.
It's a scam.
An immigrant's country. Remember all that bullshit? And come over here and bring us your tired and your poor and your yearning to be free and all them niggas. But the craziest part about this story is that Trump seems to not understand that the only reason that these countries have a reputation of being dirt poor and high crime and few resources is because white people, American white people,
I feel like you're coming with truth, have
robbed these places of all of their things. Their people, their natural resources. You you mine these countries. You literally mine them for all of their resources, everything they have, and then turn around and shit on them for being poor and call where they come from a shithole like you're not the one who came over and shit in their home. It's literally you and your people. Like, it's you. You're the reason that what you think they come from, like their whole, that their family and their whole history, all of that, you're the reason that you call it a shithole, and yet you mad at them for coming over to America, which is supposed to be for immigrants and is supposed to be open to bringing people. Like, that's the whole thing. With y'all, white people been telling us for years that America is the big immigration melting pot. I guess to make yourselves feel better about the fact that it wasn't yours. Right. I guess because y'all call what y'all did immigrating over here when really all you did was just slaughter the people who lived here. And so then you set up this whole, it's okay that we killed all the natives because this is a country of immigrants. And so you posited this whole immigration thing only for it to really be about the blonde-haired, blue-eyed, perfect Nordish people from Norway that you wish would come instead. And shout out to Stephen King for saying, why would anybody from Norway want to come to America when they have working health care? And like a ruler who isn't crazy. Like, people from Norway not pressed over coming to America anyway. But this is just another example of Donald Trump being as shitty as he can to people who it's simply because we're black. It's because we're black, we're brown, we're not American. And even if we are American, that was another thing. Like, I know a lot of you were taught that coming to America and working hard and all this, you wouldn't necessarily be treated like Black Americans, or you wouldn't be like Black Americans, like you would be different from us, maybe better than us in some ways. And Donald Trump being in the Oval Office and saying, well, why are we taking all these people from shithole countries, made you realize that them white supremacists in the White House look at y'all the same way they do the rest of us. Like, maybe y'all are just now kind of coming to that realization, like, oh, the fact that I was a superstar in my home country really don't mean nothing to this crazy racist white man. Like, he just hates us all. He does. He just hates us all. And nobody who's been paying attention should be surprised by any of this. But I just wanted to make sure that I said an official fuck you to Donald Trump and his absolutely ignorant of everything, including and most importantly, history.
Like, all things.
Like, why is it that you think these random African nations are poor? What do you think happened in Africa for that to be the case? First of all, your idea this media representation that you have in your head, this 20 cents a day, kids covered in flies, infomercials and shit like that. What you think of these countries is not all that these countries are, first of all. Because I know a lot of ignorant ass white people online were like, well, they are shitholes. And, he shouldn't have said that, but it don't change the fact that these places are shitholes. No, they are not. America has plenty of pockets of impoverished people also. There's a lot of places where you could go set up a camera and hit record and be shocked that what you're looking at is America, and it still is. So don't try to act like these places don't have anything beautiful or noteworthy or special about them, because those beautiful, noteworthy things were the first shits that y'all took. So kiss my ass, Donald Trump, as always. And this is a couple of weeks overdue, but on Young Hip Hop, on Love and Hip Hop Miami.
I love this.
There's a young dumbass by the name of Young Hollywood.
I mean, you could start.
He's some kind of producer, promoter. I don't really know. It doesn't matter. But he was
on some kind
getting into it with Amara La Negra, who I heard about years and years ago, and always thought she was like the finest woman I had ever laid eyes on. I cannot get over how gorgeous she is. But she is a proud Afro-Latina. I am so happy to see her talking about this on TV, because I think for a lot of people it's finally clicking that you can be black and Latino at the same time.
Right.
Like, every Latina does not look like Jennifer Lopez or Christina Aguilera. There are lots of them out there, a whole lot, who look like Amara La Negra. And so the first time he got on my nerves was during this whole interaction with this girl. And of course, she walks in with her beautiful dark skin and afro just busting, looking gorgeous and amazing. And he tells her, you don't really fit the look. It's more of a Beyonce type thing. You need to be willing to kind of switch it up.
Yeah, more Beyonce, less Macy Gray.
More Beyonce.
She should have just punched him.
Right. She should have just punched him right then. But the thing that I love so much about this girl, Amara, is that she never lets niggas say little dumb comments and then let it slide. She always drills down on them like, so what you trying to say is I can't be elegant with an afro. Right. So what you trying to say is I can't be gorgeous or sophisticated with my hair like that. Is that what you're saying? Like, she really makes niggas have to straight up say, yes, I'm being ignorant right now. Like, yes, I'm saying something stupid. And so he did that, and she walked out of the studio, again, being way better than me, because once he called her Queen Nutella or whatever, I would have knocked him the fuck out.
I mean, we all love hip hop. Let's get it poppin'.
Right. We all love hip hop. I should beat your ass right now. So she didn't. She was much better than me, took the high road. I just watched the other episode a few hours ago.
Me too.
And so the storyline is that this white Latina, Veronica Vega,
who was trash.
She's trash. She's trash. And I think next week we'll see why.
Yeah.
I know she has a song talking about niggas, this and
that.
Baby,
nigga, don't bullshit. Literally the worst song
I can't.
I think that I have ever heard.
I'm not doing that. But anyway, she agreed to go on a fake dater with him. The whole premise is that she was showing up so that he would apologize to her friend Amara.
Right.
And the entire apology was, clearly it was a misunderstanding between the two of us. So immediately Amara's face is like, because it wasn't a misunderstanding. We were both very clear about what was said. This is just...
I made you clarify.
Men love to do this. Like, oh, well, it was just a misunderstanding between us. No, nigga, you said something ignorant and wrong. Right. And I thought you were coming here to apologize, but instead you called me ignorant and talking about how I look like I'm a strong female and all this. And I'm trying to be cool with you, but you just being extra and da-da-da-da-da. The whole time he's really mad at her because she demands a genuine apology and he is not really sorry. That's why he has an attitude with her this whole time. He's like, you're being crazy and unreasonable and I'm trying to apologize and you can't just let it go. And this is like, nigga, I'm not letting it go because we didn't have a misunderstanding. It's not like you said this and I heard something else and so then we got into a fight. You said something stupid about me and I forced you to admit that that's what you said. And now that you coming to me to apologize, I'm going to force you to say, I'm sorry for calling you Queen Nutella. I'm sorry for saying that you can't be professional or in the business looking the way you do with your Afro-Latina self. I'm sorry that I made you feel like your blackness made you less than somebody else. But you didn't say none of that because you didn't mean none of that. You said, oh, well, it was a misunderstanding and blah, 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 just trying to keep this white girl happy next to you. and didn't mean none of it. And shout out to him. Again, I love this girl because she does not let niggas slide with nothing. She doesn't. She just would not take it. She said, fuck you and your whole clit and this, bye nigga, da, da, da. He left. And so then she was addressing Veronica like, you know, I hope that's the end of whatever between the two of you. And the way that she reacted to that let me know that she was just 30 seconds away from turning on this girl and being like, well, I don't understand why you can't just accept the man tried to apologize. And based off the previews for next week, that's what I think is going to happen. She's going to be like, well, I don't understand why you couldn't just take his apology. And the man tried and you was just being unreasonable and crazy.
The whole thing with him even attempting to apologize, like he said to her and Steph LaCour in another scene that he would apologize to her if the girl went on a date with him.
He didn't give a fuck.
He didn't give a fuck about anything that he said or processed how he said anything wrong or whatever. He just figured, I'm gonna go and fake apologize to this bitch if, you know, that way I get to hang out with Shorty. But Amara already knew that. Even if they didn't tell her, I'm sure she would have been able to see through it. Right. So why would I not be offended and come at you when I know you're coming over here fake ass apologizing to me to get some pussy from my alleged friend? Fuck out of here. Trash. Just don't come say nothing to me. I didn't even ask anybody to come and get to get an apology from you.
Right.
I was pissed. I'm done with you. It is what it is. And of course that girl is going to go and do whatever like weak, low shit because I already seen them fighting on the previews.
Right. I saw it also. And so I'm just like, it's just a matter of time. And it doesn't surprise me either that white Latinas don't really stick up for black Latinas. Like, you did the bare fucking minimum and not even really anything, because if you were a real friend or you really cared about the shit that he said, if you really felt like he was being anti-black and he was wrong for what he said, then you should have been like, fool, I'm not going on a date with you to get you to fake apologize to my friend. Like, if you're going to apologize, then you need to mean it. You need to understand what you did wrong. But he didn't. And apparently he's doubling down on his dumbassness. She called herself Afro-Latina and he said, oh, is that because you from Africa, or is that because of the Afro, bitch?
Literally ignorant. Like, you shut up.
It's because I'm black and I'm Latina. What do you not get it? The girl's given name is like Danelis de los Santos or something like. She's very much Latina. And then you look at her and she said it like, it's because I'm black, if you had not noticed. Like, you didn't see the hair, you didn't see the skin, you didn't see all, like, I'm clearly black. So the best part about this whole story is that young Hollywood has been getting death threats since he trashed her.
Cool with me.
I love it personally. But yeah, you know, on Instagram, niggas go off and they have been, you know, just not letting him have it, talking about how he should never be able to work with anybody again. He's clearly so racist. And I think the part that blows his mind, I think he's shocked that people are considering him racist for this, because for so long, Latinos and really anybody who wanted to shit on black people who also have another identity have been able to do that by basically saying, well, you're not really one of us anyway. I think that idea of, I think people are just now starting to wake up to the reality that Afro-Latinas are a thing, especially in American culture. People might get that elsewhere, but here I think we still very much want to put people in boxes of, you're Latino, so you look like this and you go over here, and you're black, so you're this and you go over here. And she is fucking with that whole thing, and he's got these racist ideals so deep inside him that he don't even see nothing wrong with telling a black girl that she needs to switch it up and let her hair be straight or put wigs on or do whatever the fuck else. And it's
really, really bad in Miami. Like, I wasn't even shocked, and I'm glad that it's a part of the storyline.
I am glad also. I'm glad that this is part of the storyline in the same way that, I don't know, did you read the Aziz Ansari thing?
Oh, no.
Be glad you didn't. It made me uncomfortable reading the girl's story. And even though I know there's been lots of criticisms of people saying, oh, well, she should have left before this. And, you know, she had plenty of opportunities to get up and da-da-da. All that can be true, but still reading the story, I felt like the problem here is that probably most men can see themselves as Aziz Ansari, and they can see themselves continuing to pursue a woman sexually when she's already made it clear that she doesn't want to, even though she didn't do the things that you might expect somebody to do if they didn't really want to have sex, like she took her clothes off and she sucked his dick and all this other stuff. But when she talks about the way that they interact with each other and the fact that she was like, I don't want to feel forced into anything, and then he turns right around and sticks his fingers in her mouth and all this other stuff, reading it, I felt like I should probably be more upset by this. I should probably be like, wow, I can't believe a man would continue to pursue a woman who made it so plain that she wasn't trying to get down like that, but he just kept going and like simulating sex acts with her and being sexual with her that she felt pressured into doing it. But that is such a common part of society. So many men do that, and so many women are used to being treated in that manner that I think people don't even look at it as the big deal that it really is. And so I'm glad that the story came out, because it's important to talk about the gross niggas like Bill Cosby and Harvey Weinstein, the niggas who are doing the shit that everybody can agree is egregious and terrible. But it's also important to talk about the people on the lower end of the scale who are doing stuff that is just super prevalent in society. And we don't look at it as being as big of a problem because people aren't getting outright raped or sexually assaulted in the way that we're used to talking about, or sexually assaulted in a criminal sense. But it's still something that needs to be talked about, because we as a society have allowed shit to get to this point. We have allowed it to get to the point where men relentlessly pursuing women who have made it clear that they're not interested is not only normal, but expected behavior. And that's the same way I feel about this story with Young Hollywood and Amara La Negra. People feel so comfortable telling black women that they need to change up their look, change up their hair, do this and this and this to be more accepted by mainstream society, when really we should be allowed to exist just the way we are. This young lady has built up her own audience over the years. Right. She's not some fucking nobody that you're trying to put on out of nowhere. Like, she's on Love and Hip Hop Miami because of her name. Even I heard of her. Shit. I came from the fucking backwoods. So it's not like she was a no damn body. Right. And she said, where are the girls who look like me in entertainment? Why would I want to change up the way I look when being me is how I got here? So I'm really appreciative of the conversation, because honestly, a lot of people are just straight up ignorant about it and don't even know that they are ignorant. And maybe some of y'all are watching Love and Hip Hop Miami now going, wow, I didn't realize this about Afro-Latinas, or I didn't know that it was this and this and this, and are getting a chance to learn something. I think this is a side of Love and Hip Hop that we rarely get to see, because most of us are not really learning anything from these programs. No shade.
That is very true.
But yeah, fuck Young Hollywood and everybody who thought they could defend him and everybody who thinks anything like him. And I am just so all about this Amara La Negra girl.
She's fucking popping.
She's everything. And it's rare that somebody on a reality TV show will never say anything that I disagree with. I literally never disagree with this girl. I love the scenes with her mama and everything, where she's like, oh, mama, I gotta keep it cute. I can't be eating everything. I gotta fit in these outfits. And her mama was like, okay, but some rice. Like, okay, you don't eat a lot, right? You're just gonna have some plantains then. You're gonna eat anyway. I just think she's so cute and all that. So fuck people who are trying to tell black girls that they need to change in order to be successful. It's just not the truth, and we should be allowed space to exist the way we are. So,
because he would have never told Veronica to take down that weak ass ponytail.
Never would have said, so look,
try and change up
the whole twisty braid thing that you got going on.
Although she literally looks like countless other stars.
Right. Nobody says, hey, you look like the 9,000th clone of one of the Kardashians. Pick one. Like, you look like one of them. Like, all of these bitches are cookie cutter and look exactly the same. And you want to tell this girl who has her own sound connected to her culture and her own look, and she represents so many other Afro-Latina girls who don't see themselves represented. They only ever see mixed or white Latinas represented in media. And your solution to her is to loosen up the hair and be more Beyonce, less Macy Gray. Bitch.
You sound like so old and dumb and completely
ignorant,
oblivious. And aside from the fact that is just an ignorant, racist, completely horrible fucking thing to say to someone, especially to a woman of color, outside of that, just from the viewpoint of someone who is operating in the industry like that, you're looking at someone who has an audience who doesn't look like everybody else.
Right.
You motherfuckers be waiting for like the quote unquote underdog to start popping to then try and make 1,800 more of them. Rather than investing in the person who's already unique in themselves, who serves an amazing purpose in that they can, you know, represent loads of girls, loads of other women that look like them that don't have representation. Now she got like, I think she got a BMG deal or something, and a whole bunch of other shit is popping for her. And she's lit. And now I can't wait to see all of the other brown skinned Latina girls that are going to be popping in movies and stuff, because like industries, producers, all of these big suits and wearing niggas, like they wait for motherfuckers. It's just the same way, like I said, I can't wait for Black Panther to do all of these crazy numbers so I can see some more black superhero movies.
Oh, I'm sure they come in.
Based on real comics or based on original screenplays or whatever. It's going to affect like the bigger picture and stuff like that. And you could have been sensible enough to be like, you popping like you and this fro and this brown skin, we're gonna be lit. I'm gonna put a crown on top of that bitch.
It ain't nobody else out here looking like you and making the music you do, so let's make you poppin'. But no, you want to make her like everybody else. Why? So she can flop? Her uniqueness is what draws you to her. The fact that she don't look like every other bitch out here. I hope she gets on a track with Cardi. I really do.
Oh my goodness, that would be
I hope she get a verse or do the hook or something like that on a song with Cardi. Labels probably won't let it happen, but that would be dope.
They might as well. They're almost sisters.
I'm done. Fuck Young Hollywood. And that's it.
All right, so
I think that's enough show, right? Ooh, over 2 hours. Yeah, that's plenty. So thanks for checking out this week's episode of The Read. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr at This Is The Read. Kid Fury, any news this week?
No.
Okay.
Thank you so much to everybody for hanging out, listening. Hope that you're having a great new year and you're productive and sexy.
All right. Do we have an acronym? We're just going to go home. Oh my God. Did you see Blackish?
Oh my gosh. Wait, did I watch the last? No, I missed it.
Oh.
Wait. No, the last week is when she went back to work.
Bo is in some online mommy groups now.
Okay. Oh, and she was okay. I saw the preview for it. She was cussing them out and talking about you.
Ruby shines once again throughout this episode. She is everything, but it's a good one. It was one of the ones where they had an ad integrated, like they had the whole "My Black is Beautiful" campaign, but it was really well done the way they integrated that conversation into the show with Dre and his coworkers. But anyway, since you haven't seen it, I won't spoil it for you.
Okay, the acronym is LCPA.
Leave something alone.
Long clit power activate.
God damn it. Long clits unite.